Here we go. House of the Dragon episode 6 preview trailer breakdown. In this video, I'm going to go over everything in this trailer. Might be spoilers, so you've been warned. If you want to go into this next episode without knowing anything, this is your chance to get out. But if not, let's do this.
We should address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Where, I wonder, is our Prince Daemon?
It was a decade ago, and he has since left the region undefended.
We have left it undefended. My queen.
So we come back to this episode a full 10 years into the future. Gone are all the young actresses and actors playing these parts, and we are now with the main cast that we will see until this series ends. And it seems that there are problems once again in the Stepstones. You know, they got rid of crab-ass crab feeder, killed him, but since then it has been undefended, and it seems that they have new pirates, or the same old pirates have come back and taken over the Stepstones once again, which they're trying to blame Daemon for, saying that he left them undefended. But as we see, Rhaenyra and Alicent are both on the small council now, and it's Rhaenyra that's coming to Daemon's defense. Also, that beef that they had started in the last episode as kids, 10 years ain't squashed no beef. These chicks still are mad at each other, and something's gotta give.
What are children but a weakness? Through them you imagine you will persist forever.
Next, we hear Larys Strong doing the voiceover for this part of the trailer. Who is that guy? You know who he is. He's the guy with the club foot walking around with a cane. Kind of look like a pimp to me. Throw a hat on that dude and he would be the pimp of Westeros if you ask me. But he's also the guy who likes to spread gossip, right? He is the new master of whisperers, and he's saying that kids are nothing more than a weakness, which is true, and which happens to lead to this whole big Dance of Dragons situation we're about to get into. We then see one of Alicent's son doing something stupid, just walking right up into the dragon pit itself. Then we see Aegon going one-on-one with one of Rhaenyra's kids, and he's kicking his ass pretty easy here, which he should, because he looks like he's 3 times this motherfucker's size. And we also notice that he's wearing green, meaning that he's more influenced by his mother than his father, who is looking on, and god damn it, son, these 10 years have not been kind to you. He got that Crypt Keeper look going on. We also see Harwin Strong just chilling out here. Most likely he's been promoted because his armor looks different, and that might be his child getting work like that, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the trailer. We then see Laena Velaryon with her child. She does have 2 twin daughters. Most likely this is Daemon Targaryen's children. You seen how he was looking at her on that dance floor, so you gotta know that he was gonna get all up in there.
You will be our king. We are the blood of old Valyria.
After that, we get a really good shot of Aegon and them saying that he will be the next king of Westeros, and that is the Hightower's plan, to put him on the Iron Throne just like his grandfather originally wanted them to do. And Alicent has been hell-bent on doing this since she's figured out that Rhaenyra was not truthful to her, and that she blames her, and she also blames herself for getting her father kicked out of King's Landing. Then we get a good shot of Daemon and Laena, and listen, dude told you that she was gonna age up, right? The king should have married her. He messed up on this one. Messed up really bad. Should have married this chick. But instead, Daemon is the one who got the prize. As I said, he has 2 twin daughters with her, and we see them flying on dragonback. And this is the first time we get to see her dragon. Now, we've seen her talking to the king about the dragon that she wanted, and eventually she did get this dragon, which is Vhagar, the oldest, biggest, wisest, strongest dragon of them all. We also see her with a dragon egg, which is a tradition for House Targaryen that they give newborn babies dragon eggs. So therefore, we can assume that she is pregnant at this time and is preparing a dragon egg for her child to be.
But for them, you surrender what you should not. A father compromised by the acts of a son.
So this is when the trailer really starts to pick up and get good, in my opinion. Not that the other stuff was bad, but it really picks up. We see a baby dragon being held by dragon tamers. We also see Rhaenyra and one of her kids. And we have to take note that if this is her child with her husband, you would think that that child would have silver hair, right? Because all these Targaryens seem to have silver hair. She has silver hair. Her husband has silver hair, but this child seems to have brown hair. Where the hell is Maury Povich when you truly need him? Where are you, Maury? Let him know who the father is or who is not the father. Again, we see the king just looking disgustingly ill in this rocking chair. Is that a rocking chair? It might as well be a rocking chair. We then see Breakbone Strong here, and just so happens that Breakbone does have brown hair. Now, is this a coincidence? I don't know. It could be. But when we look at the next scene, we see him beating up who I believe is Criston Cole with two kids that are Rhaenyra's that have brown hair right by there watching him do that until the King's Guard has to come and pull him off of him. So most likely what happened here is Criston Cole got out of line, said some dumb shit, and Breakbones started putting the whoop to his ass.
To have one child like that is a mistake. To have three is an insult.
People have eyes.
So what the queen is basically saying here is there's some hoes in this house. In this castle, there's some hoes up in here. And that hoe is your goddamn daughter. Because she let this man blow it up in her 3 times. Now you would think that even though it's back in the day, they would have some type of protection. You know, maybe some dragon skin condoms or something like that. Call them Rough Riders if you want. This seems to be the conflict, and Rhaenyra did this to herself because these kids all have brown hair. Her husband and herself have Valyrian style hair. So are these really your husband's kids? And if they are not your husband's kids, then how can we give you the Iron Throne and pass the throne on to kids that are not Targaryen or Valyrian? We also see in this piece Rhaenyra's newborn baby, again another baby with brown hair. This is probably when she talks to the king after they see this baby, and then we see what looks like the king holding up one of his grandchildren's chins, looking like he's giving him the once over.
Consequences of an allegation like the one you twirled would be dire.
Dracarys!
In this shot, we see somebody locked up. Why are they locked up? Most likely they were running their jibs about the king's daughter and the paternity of her kids. And you could see he's not having it. He will lock you up. He will kill you. He may behead you. He may cut your tongue out. He's not trying to hear any back talk at this particular time dealing with his grandkids. We also see one of Rhaenyra's kids learning and teaching the dragon exactly how to shoot fire on command. So there we have it. We are going to get the whole conflict and why these people hate each other in this next episode. Whose side are you on? That is all up to you. Do you think Rhaenyra's claim to the Iron Throne should stand even though she has these bastard kids who would inherit the Iron Throne upon her death and her husband's death, who really aren't her husband's kids? Or are you on Alicent's side, saying that everything I just told you right there is factual, and that is the reason why she should not be allowed to sit on the Iron Throne? That's totally up to you which side you are going to go with, the greens or the blacks. That's the conflict. I laid it out. If I've missed anything, please put it in the comment section. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.